episode 4 of the Kingdom Mindset devotional. Yes, I got to give a shout out to lulu.com again for them giving me the opportunity to self-publish this book right here, and it was super easy. I mean, I've got another book that I'm working on right now. The name of that one is called Don't Talk to Me About Your God, Show Me. So that's going to be pretty good. It's going to be a bunch of stories of just how God just like radically appeared, or not really appeared, but how God just radically showed me how to acquire different things that I was praying for. Just a couple things that I learned, and like real life stories of the kingdom of heaven acting in our lives. So when that comes out, I'm definitely going to let you guys know, and then you can grab that up too. But right now we're going into the kingdom mindset, and these devotionals are just kind of meant to pick you up and to help you, especially this one right here that we're about to do, to help you see that the Bible is more than just what you read at face value. And just to kind of go into it right now, I'm just really excited about this. A lot of people read the Bible and they just kind of get that surface level, okay, I understand the stories, or you start learning about the different time stamps in which things happened. All the books weren't really written in a chronological order, but they were written by different authors in different continents at different times. But the spirit of it all, just all the stories compiled together, you can see the picture of exactly what was going on, just the history that went down with Israel's people and stuff, and their families and stuff. So it's really cool. And one of the most boring things to ever read, I thought for a while, was genealogies, tracing someone's family lineage down to different individuals. And I didn't realize that how when Hebrew people named their kids, they named them after certain things. But anyway, what we're going to talk about is just how I was listening to Joseph Prince one day. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Joseph Prince. He's a pastor from Singapore, and he runs a church called, well, he doesn't run the church, but he's the main pastor, senior pastor of New Creation Church. Awesome church, awesome teacher too. I learned a lot from him. But he was talking about how in the beginning of the Bible, the first genealogy where it starts to name the family members, the men from Adam to Noah, it actually teaches or shows what God intended on doing. And I was like, okay, like how is that? I don't understand how that's even possible. Like Jesus wasn't even a thing at that point, because just think about like how far back that was. So I went in and I looked at it myself, and I went to Blue Letter. I'm like name dropping a bunch of stuff, but blueletterbible.com, that's another resource that I use. Just a really easy place where you can get the concordance, you can get dictionaries, you can get different versions of the Bible that you can read. I don't really read only one version because it limits what you can actually see. So sometimes I'll read the Message Bible, the NIV, King James Version. So it just gives you different perspectives so that you can get a better view of what's actually going on. But in there, I started looking up the names of the actual people, like Joseph Prince was talking about. And as I read in the Bible, I saw the lineage. And of course, you have Adam being the first man that God created. And then Seth, Enoch or Enos, Canaan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, and Noah. And then most of the times when you read it, you're like, oh, okay, cool, next. Or you start Adam and then you start to see the rest of the names and you just like skip next chapter. But when you actually look at the names, like they actually mean something. I just hope one day that you guys would just look into the Hebrew language, because the Hebrew language is so rich, and just how every letter means something, it stands for something. And with their language, like when you have a word written out, it should give you a picture in your mind of what that thing entails. So so let's go with the first one. So Adam. Adam means man, human, right? Seth means God has appointed. And then Enos means mankind, frail and miserable. That's just kind of like what his name describes. Canaan means possession. Mahalalel means praise of God. Jared means to come down, to descend. Enoch means mortal man. Methuselah, who actually was like the longest living man, and it says that his death shall bring. And then Noah, of course, Noah means rest. So like, what's that all say? Like, what does it all mean? So let's put it together into a sentence that we can actually read. And check this out, man, this is so cool. So that genealogy says, man was appointed by God mortal sorrows. The possessor of the praise of God shall come down as a mortal man, and his death shall bring powerful rest. Like, that talks about Jesus and what he did. Like, boom, point. Like, that's what God said it from the beginning. Hey, I got a plan. This is what's going to come into play. And like little bits, every little in the Bible, just there's always little like chapter ticks that he puts in there that is just like, hey, I have a promise. I'm gonna help you out. I've got a promise. It's coming to pass. It's coming to pass. And he just never forgot about us. And I think that's like one of the main things I wanted to remind you guys of, that God never forgets. And even though situations get out of hand, get kind of crazy at times, just remember that God never forgets. He is always sending some sort of opportunity. He may send an individual into your life. You know, like I've been saying ever since the beginning of these devotionals, a lot of the stuff that happens is not magic. It's not like voodoo. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, like how people think about like what God does on the earth. He sends an individual. He sends a person. You need a job, he'll send you a person that says, hey, do you need a job? Or maybe he gives you some sort of tug on your heart that, hey, maybe you should check over here. Put in job applications. Like, there are things for you to actually do. But the same way he inspired people to write down and take note of history, their history and particular things, so that we can have the Bible and the books for us to read, is the same way that he inspires us into moving, into helping people, into loving people. Hey, go give this person $1. Hey, give this person $5, $20, or whatever. You know, he encourages us to be good. So, in closing, God remembers, and read the Bible. There's more to it than you think. And, you know, listen to people like Joseph Prince, awesome teacher when it comes to exposing some secrets of the Old Testament. Creflo, he's always been one of my favorites. He's just real, you know. I'm real. I'm not trying to put on some kind of fancy background. I'm not gonna put on any kind of fancy clothes or anything like that. We got some tomato trees back here that we're growing. This is my life. This is me, and I just hope that you guys are enjoying these moments that we get to just kind of chat. I'm doing this like this. I mean, this COVID thing has got us away from each other, and I wish I could sit down with some of you guys face to face and just chat over dinner or over lunch or something like that. But this is what we got right now. Hope you enjoyed this. Look forward to seeing you guys again on the next episode, episode 5. I can actually give you a snapshot of what that's gonna entail. Episode 5 will be about you were made to reign. So look forward to seeing you guys then. I'll be preparing, and have a great week. You were made for greatness.